Hello everyone, this is Toby the Galactic Intuitive and welcome back to Lionsgate Portal message number 10. Wow, I can't believe it's been 10 days already. Well, we know how we know how I feel about time these days. It doesn't actually seem to exist the way that it has in the past. So today's message is about leadership, but maybe not in a way that we usually think about leadership, although I feel like as the light workers, the way showers, the healers, the energy workers that you all are, you will understand this. And this is leadership in the form of being the example. I mean, walking your walk, walking your talk, walking your talk. We've talked about how there's a likelihood of some big things being revealed and it causing cognitive dissonance and some upheaval because of this information coming to the surface after the full moon in Aquarius that occurs on August 9th. It's going to, and I think this is part of the reason, this is part of the reason why we've been called to, of course, be very discerning, right? But be deeply aware of our own triggers and correspondingly our responses to those triggers. Interesting, I heard accelerated awareness that has occurred through this portal time. Part of that is so that because we are being propelled, again, accelerated. Oh, there goes the nose. We are being propelled into an opportunity to walk our talk, and in the face of quite a bit of external chaos. I mean, we have experienced this, of course, up until now, and it does seem to be increasing. Yes, it does, because change is increasing and unfolding at a higher rate of speed as well. And amidst that, it's interesting. I keep looking at an image that I have that has some light language on it, and I'm pretty sure that the channeled message around this one was spaces within time. But what's interesting, okay, I'm going to show it to you. Hang on a sec. It's always something unexpected around here. Creaky chair again. Oh, that ring light is a pain in the boot. But there you go. Okay. So now you get an idea of it, and we'll turn it this way so we can get it kind of without the ring light. But I was really drawn to the green, as well as we have a little bit of don't mind the cobweb. We probably didn't even see it. As well as the sigil, but in particular the green. So now if I can remember what I was talking about, being the leader leading by example in the midst of all this chaos. That's what this is. Okay, so the green, it's walking our straight path, right? And when I say straight path, none of our paths are straight. However, the path of alignment with yourself is straight. Your path of integrity, your path of authenticity, your path of sovereignty, right? When our paths are not straight, because as humans and through the journey of being human, we deviate from that, right? In order to be able to realign with it and recalibrate ourselves to it, right? And rebalance to it for us to actually understand where this straight path lies. So the green in this is so fascinating. It just fascinates me how the guides bring through this information. The green around the outside, actually in this instance, and the message that I'm receiving is representative of kind of the chaos unfolding around that path. And the message here, the guidance is to maintain this path of authenticity, of integrity to oneself, of sovereignty, of alignment with your highest self. And notice how it's dark here at the end of the path. You can't see where that leads. But it's to trust in this path, because you've walked this path, you've stepped on it at least enough times to know this is the path of ascension for you. This is path of alignment with your highest self, right? So this is always going to lead you to abundance and peace and the fullness of human experience, right? So even though we can't see what's on the other side of all this chaos closing in on us, when we stay on this path, it leads us to where we need to be. And this speaks back to walking the talk and leading by example, because there's going to be so much going on in the external world that is going to attempt to draw people out of alignment. I'm going to leave that alone. We're not going to dive right now into all the different layers of that. But okay, so there's the potential for that chaos to draw people out of alignment, to draw us out of alignment too, right? But we need to remember all the tools that we have used, that we have mastered or are mastering currently. And because our visibility is coming. This is a time for us to get ready to be visible and to actually step forward into these roles of leadership. However, if you're not already doing that, that visibility is coming for you. So it's this build up to allow you to really have a deeper awareness of self than you ever have before, and a deeper awareness of the things that draw you off that path of alignment, of the different circumstances and situations and energies and vibrations that are impactful upon that path, whether it is supportive of keeping you on that path or whether it is supportive of keeping you off the path or pulling you off the path. And I'm seeing someone with like kind of a pros and cons kind of list. And one side is, okay, all these things, all these circumstances, these environments, these are the things that align me, that support my alignment with my path. They don't align you because that's your job, right? But they are supportive of alignment with your path. And then the second column, which would be the con column, but it is a list of the things that are supportive of you being off your path. So they're both pros depending upon which perspective you take. And that speaks back to what we talked about New Earth yesterday, right? It's recognizing that it really lies in our perspective. And so, so they're actually suggesting that it now might be a good time to make that list. You know, make that one of your journaling sessions, or make a voice note in your phone as to the things that are supportive, that help support you in staying in alignment, and then the things that support you, excuse me, in being out of alignment. Because the more that we are able to stay in alignment, especially once these things start unfolding over next weekend and next week, and then continuing it on into at least, I mean, we have eclipses, or an eclipse on the equinox. So there's more to come, right? This isn't a one and done kind of thing, but this is again, an acceleration point. The more that we can stay in alignment, the more that we are leading by example. And that is also going to have people coming to you to say, how are you doing that? How are you maintaining calm amongst this storm? How are you maintaining your peace? Or are you as peaceful as you look? Like, are you as calm as you look? Or are you struggling with this too? Which is totally fine and human, right? We all are. It's a matter of what we do with that information when we're, again, going back to the triggers. What is that telling us about where we are, where our emotions are, and then where our energy is? And how is that informing us as to which direction to go, which steps to take to get us back to alignment and balance? So, walk your talk, because this is a point of really being accelerated into leadership, whether that is, and leadership again takes a variety of forms. It can be speaking to people publicly. It can be the person that your community goes to, or one of the people that your community or your family, your friends go to for support. It can be through creative expression, through your art, through how you nurture the people around you. There's so many ways to be a leader. So don't underestimate your importance and the impact you have. And it was 11:11 when I said that. Do not underestimate the impact that you have on the people around you and the world around you. Because if you're watching this, you are in a position of leadership in some form, and you're being called to, whether you choose to or not, it's up to you, but you are being given the opportunity to show how to walk that path by doing it yourself. Not about talking about it. It's by doing it yourself. So certainly there is talking to be done, but you know what I'm saying. If you're, this leads me to another subject. Okay, we're not going to talk about that right now. We'll save that for tomorrow. But leading by example, walking your path, and then allowing the frequency of that alignment to ripple out to other people. Okay, so we're going to pull a card today. It is the Starseed Oracle by Rebecca Campbell. So let's see what we have here. These are a little bit stickier. We're going to shuffle the old-fashioned way. That's not really old-fashioned. I'm just making that up. I don't even know what it's called. I'm not the best shuffler. I actually had to teach myself how to shuffle much better in order to, when I started reading, because I was terrible at it. Terrible. All right, one more. Okay, friends, let's see, what do we have here? These kind of stick together. That's okay, we got it. Message for today, please. This Lionsgate portal. Oh, wow. Well, this is what we were just talking about. We were talking about the chaos potentially unfolding. Oh, itchy nose. It is the great severing, Mars energy, anger, conflict, and softening to love. And we talked about the anger in the tarot reading that I did the other day for, what day was it? Day 8. I know it's a long video, but if you're interested in checking that out, if you haven't seen it already, there is, it's interesting because what was coming through was a divine feminine rage. Now I don't think I clarified this in the reading, but I hope that you guys already are aware of this, but in case you're not, divine feminine does not mean female. It means the divine feminine energy within each of us. So, but what's interesting is Mars and divine feminine is associated with Venus. Venus came through in the reading. Mars is divine masculine. So, what this is, I feel like what this is saying is to, first of all, it's speaking to balance, because it's balancing that divine feminine that came through in the message on day 8. But it's also a reminder that I can't get the words right. Hang on just a second. It's not reciprocity. That's all I'm trying to say. An equivocal type nature, almost maybe not really a mirroring, but it's I'm feeling the anger from the divine masculine here too, and that's what's making me think back to the anger from the reading the other day from the divine feminine side. And so there is a reminder here to what I'm hearing is to not forsake one energy, one side of the divine polarity for the other, and also to not demonize one over the other. That in times of anger and conflict, the way through that is not necessarily through hardening, but through softening. It's the softening to love. It's the opening of the heart space. It is and I think there is also a strong indication here of the potential that the information coming through can cause a lot or an increase in the intensity of separation. And we are being encouraged to look back to that, the connection between the two that I was originally talking about and said kind of as mirroring, but not really, but something kind of being equal, not equal. I can't think of the word and it's driving me nuts, but reflective almost, that there is a, that when the two are in balance, that their reactions are not opposite, but they can be very similar. So I don't know that that makes much sense. Part of the walking the walk and being leading by example is by not taking a side. And also recognizing that there is the potential for this severing, the breaking of ties, the breaking of connections, the breaking of relationships, the breaking of structures, right? And a remembrance too that there are times when, we talked about conflict not long ago, didn't we? Oh my gosh, it's all coming together. It's not necessarily, the key is in how we handle the conflict, not to avoid it, right? And not to anchor into it and attach to it and bring it into our story, but it's how we handle that, and that's what our response is. And this is, again, goes back to being in alignment, walking our talk. I keep wanting to say that backwards. Walking our talk and leading by example. And it goes back to another message that came through about when things are revealed, there can be a strong inclination to go into the I told you so's. And that's not a place of, that's not coming from a place of compassion. That's not coming from a place of non-judgment. That is not coming from a place of a higher frequency. So there's our card for today. All right, guys. Thank you so much for being here. I hope this was helpful. And getting a phone call. I hope this was helpful, and I appreciate you guys being here. I am sending you so much love, and I will see you again tomorrow. Thank you.